hat. And for more on the story, we're pleased to be joined by the former governor of Arkansas and Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee, joining us via telephone from Little Rock, a place he knows pretty well. Mike, how do the candidates feel about the RNC and Chairman Priebus in the wake of that Sunday night meeting?
JD, I think all of us want to go into the debates and take the toughest questions the media can present to us. That's what we're ready for. We want to talk about why our positions on issues matter. I'd love for them to try to nail me down about the fair tax. Let's talk about how Washington has raided the Social Security Trust Fund, robbed it blind, and taken it away from seniors. I'm happy to talk about that. This notion, and the president this is so classic Obama, to build a straw man and to try to tear it down in front of a very partisan audience. And I think he does this because it makes him feel good. But the truth is, he has been rolled by every world leader in this globe. I mean, Putin has gotten the best of him. He says there's a red line in Syria. There isn't. So when he makes his speech like that, it's obvious that he's trying to create the illusion that Republican candidates can't handle tough questions. The opposite is the case. We just don't want to waste our time talking about fantasy football, talking about what we think of Donald Trump's hair. We just don't want to waste our time and the viewers' time with things that aren't as important. It's why for 40 years, wages for the bottom 90% of American workers have been stagnant. People care about that, JD, because they're getting gut punched. What they don't care about is the silly little rejoinders that the president is throwing out right now.
Now, Governor, you say you want to answer those tough questions, but some would argue that the media gave Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton a much easier time and that it was the Republicans who got the tougher questions. Your response?
Well, if you watch that CNN debate with them, and I did, I mean, it was nothing short of a love fest. There was such a sense of really almost deference in Sir Bernie, let us be gentle as we ask you this question, but we just feel obligated. Miss Hillary, please explain your position on lemon meringue pie. I mean, it was embarrassing to listen, watch this stuff. We get questions that are silly. They get questions that are more substantive, but it's the attitude with which the questions are asked. There is a deferential treatment to the Democrats as if they deserve the respect as candidates for president. When we're asked questions, we're treated with contempt, scorn, and ridicule. For example, when the question to Donald Trump is, are you like a cartoon character? Or the question can be something like, there's no more chance of you being able to accomplish that as is to flap your arms and fly. That is not the kind, that's not a question. That's an argument. That's an adversarial comment. Frankly, I don't care if they want to give me an adversarial comment. I'm happy to take those. I get them all the time. But I'd like for them to be in the context of something that matters, like why we're letting Washington get into this new trade agreement, why we keep losing jobs, why there's something terribly wrong with the H-1B program that allows companies like Disney to fire its American workers and hire foreign workers in their place and make the Americans train their replacements. We never got asked about that the other night.
There is one other important issue in the news, Mike, we need to talk about. A leaked memo from Homeland Security saying the Obama administration could very well circumvent that federal judge's injunction from Texas against issuing work permits to illegals. Will the president do this? What is your reaction to that report?
I think he probably will. Why wouldn't he? He's got a Republican Congress that has never tried to slow him down on his unconstitutional actions. They don't try to slow down the judicial branch when it goes into judicial overreach and practices what Thomas Jefferson would have called judicial tyranny. They've ignored the typical checks and balances that are the constitutional duties of the other branches of government. So I think Obama's going to just go ahead and do whatever he thinks he can get away with. And up until now, he's pretty much gotten away with anything he wanted to do. And I hold the Republican Congress accountable and responsible. It's time for them to step up, and if they have to cut the funding out of the White House and simply not appropriate funds for him to function, they have the power of the purse. They need to start exercising it.
Governor Mike Huckabee, we appreciate your time tonight on the campaign trail from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Thank you, JD. Great to be with you.